Hey Pisces, good morning. I hope you're all doing great. Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday, happy week. How are you guys doing? I just woke up, so I may be a little out of it. But you guys know that I like to do readings this way. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful, beautiful fishies. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. Let's see what messages want to come in. This is going to be a weekly reading, so it is not timeless, okay? It is about this week ahead. Starting today, Monday, the 28th of March. We're coming into April. It seems to be a very interesting month, energetically speaking, astrologically speaking. And I just want to stop by and kind of like in person, the closest thing to being in person that we can get on YouTube here on the live. Wish you a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see what is showing up for this week, my loves. All right, so straight away, what I'm getting is that this may be a little bit of a busy week. You may want to spend time on your own, but it may be just a little bit difficult to get that privacy, to get that solitude that you're craving. This week, you may find that there is a lot going on, not only in your life, but also in the world. Well, we know what is already going on, right? I think everyone is pretty much aware of, the big situations that are unfolding. And it seems like this week and by the start of April, things may start to get even a little more tricky. In the collective, in the world, not necessarily in your life, Pisces. Your life is actually looking pretty good. Pretty good. And that's the thing. Let's not mistake, if the world is going through a difficult energy, that does not necessarily condemn you to be in a difficult energy, if that makes sense. Obviously, all these things have an influence, of course, undeniable, but we really do have a say energetically, and with our boundaries, we do have a say as far as like how much we want to be affected. Now, obviously, that is not the case for everybody. Some of you are going to be directly affected by it. It's not going to be something happening over there in that other country. You know what I mean? For the vast majority of you, it will. But for some of you, it's going to be definitely closer to home. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, I'm talking to those who don't have necessarily a direct connection to global issues. If you don't have a direct connection, try your best to place some boundaries there and, enjoy the week. Enjoy what is available to you. If you have a direct connection, of course, you're going to be feeling the effects. Of course, there's going to be important things to make decisions about, but you're going to have all the clarity that you want. See how in this card she looks like everything but peaceful, everything but clear, right? That is the energy that is going to be available for everybody. I would even say uncomfortable. I'm not a fan of like how sand feels. It just makes me think of like someone who's very uncomfortable with sand all over them and not being able to see, you know what I mean? So this doesn't have to be you, but this seems to be kind of like the world at large. But look at you. In your mind space, you got the Ace of Swords. So this is a card of clarity. This is seeing things accurately, assertively, objectively, seeing things in such a way that you may find answers. You may see yourself making leaps and bounds of progress. You may see everything working in your favor. It's like for those people who, when COVID hit initially, nobody knew what was going on, right? Everyone assumed that economically things were going to be like horrible for everybody. But some products just skyrocketed, right? Some industries just really thrived because of the pandemic and the newfound necessities, all right? So that's kind of what I'm getting here for you this week. Like, even if everything seems to point to a bleak direction, for some reason you are thriving, okay? However, you may want to have alone time. You may want to have silence. And this may not be as easy to find this week. Some of you are going to be very busy. Your schedule is going to be packed. Some of you are going to be doing things this week that perhaps get you out of your comfort zone or make you a little nervous. And that peace, that serenity, can be a little bit challenging to find, but not impossible, okay? So maybe let's say that you feel like you really need to sit and pray or sit and meditate, and you do it and you don't feel connected, and then you do it again and then you do feel connected. It just doesn't come as easy maybe in this week for all of you. Then we got the Two of Wands here. What the universe wants you to know, it's like you have already made the right decisions, okay? You have already let kind of like the collective, the world, the globe that we see here, give you what it needs to give you, teach you what it needs to teach you. And look at that. Now she's not looking down on the world and focusing on the world. She's looking the possibilities. She has already made a choice by grabbing this wand instead of the other one. And it seems to be pointing towards the future, not the past. So it's very exciting. Brand new phases. Oh, the Divine 369. I'm so happy that you're starting a new job. Best of luck today. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead. And everybody, I'm seeing the chats here, but they go like kind of fast and then slow and just like a little bit all over. So I don't get to answer all of them. But yeah, the ones that I do answer, it's exciting to hear from you guys. All right, so recently, the Fool card, this lets me know that you are, brand new beginning. Something has already started, something has already appeared, but it's like continuing to appear this week, if that makes sense. Like, let's say that last week, last month, you realized that you wanted to learn something, or you realized that you wanted to retake or like go back to a hobby or an artistic endeavor or a project that you left on the back burner. You realize that you want to do it, and now you may be thinking like, okay, but how though? Like, what exactly should I start with? It may be that need to land things a little bit, down to earth, and you may feel a little bit confused as you do so. But immediately, as soon as you like sit down and think about it, some big idea comes in, an aha moment, some clarity, something powerful arrives here. And then you have everything that you need. And look at you in the near future, you guys. This is for this week. Look at her heart. It's expanding, it's shining, it's super bright. And all of these cups are going to be reasons for you to feel emotionally fulfilled, proud of yourself, okay? Some of you guys maybe have felt a little stagnant. Some of you may have felt like in the last couple of maybe weeks, you've been kind of like a little bit all over the place, maybe financially, maybe emotionally. Certain things could have been like up in the air. And now everything is coming together for you to really be able to see. I'm hearing the fruit of your labor. Okay, so for those of you who feel like you have worked really hard and you don't know exactly where you're standing, like by the end of this week, you're gonna have a lot of money. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of money. Some of you, unexpected money, but most of you, this is money that you have worked for already. It's going to be coming in. The energy representing you this week is the Tower. So yeah, definitely big changes. Definitely movement. Things that seemed at one point extremely solid, revealing that maybe they're not that solid. And maybe that's a great thing. Okay? I see here how this little squirrel is looking at the lightning striking the tree. I hope that we can see that properly in the video. Let me see. Yeah. The light is kind of funny. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you see the squirrel and she's like, oh my God, look at that. You know, the lightning strike. And I feel like that's going to be you looking at how the world is going to be unfolding this week. You're going to be looking at, you know, situations, maybe political situations, maybe the war situation, maybe COVID things, maybe just random like nature things. I don't know. You know that there's always stuff happening, right? There's always stuff happening. It's not like we're in a particularly heavy week. There's always things happening. And you're going to be kind of like visualizing it though. You're not going to have a direct effect, at least not most of you. You're going to be an observer. So it's not like the squirrel was up there and, you know, as lightning stroke, he like, you know, flew away, was thrown away. Not really, right? He's just standing here, just observing. And that's the kind of vibe that I'm feeling for you this week. In your environment, you've got the Hierophant here. And this lets me know that there could be a Taurus person around you who's quite important. There could also be a lot of energy of joy in learning. So you may feel like learning new things. You may feel like elevating yourself step by step, you know, over that ladder and reaching higher levels of enlightenment, higher levels of knowledge, feeling more connected perhaps to the things that you're curious about on a soul level. Okay, I feel like you're going to be transcending a lot of very solid, what seemed like very solid structures, but that now you realize are not that solid. Okay, and as I mentioned, that was a good thing. It's like, let's say that you thought it's like an automatic thing that I'm going to stay in this job. It's an automatic thing that I'm going to stay in this job. You never even doubted it. And now you're like, you know what? Maybe I don't have to. Like, something, a perspective that was like rock solid. It's now starting to change. And I think that you're kind of liking it, to be honest. Then we got the Knight of Swords, hopes and fears. Especially for those of you who have been going a little slow for your taste. This week you're going to want to like really sprint. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to start going all in real fast. I'm going to put in some effort. I'm going to really just, you know, devote myself to manifesting things fast. And you're going to find out that as you set that intention, things begin to manifest even before you take any actions. Which is crazy cool. So set your intentions, pray, meditate, do your tapping sessions, ask the divine, talk to the divine, talk to God, and say, this is what I want. And you're going to see how it starts to come in even before you start taking the first action. Obviously, some of you are gonna, sprint full speed ahead and you're gonna get those results. Not only very fast, but they're gonna be very abundant results, especially if it has to do with work, money, career. Look at that, a treasure chest, overflowing with gold. That makes her feel elevated, and with all these cups sort of like emanating from her heart, she's feeling very emotionally fulfilled. And that's how you're going to be feeling by the end of this week. Queen of Wands. This whole situation may have something to do with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly Gemini, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? This particular card is telling me that if you by any chance start the week feeling like you don't have clarity, like you don't have things together, your shit together, by the end of the week, you're going to be like, I do have my shit together. Like, I am actually so much more in control than I thought. I actually are so much more abundant than I thought, so much more healthier than I thought, so much more fulfilled emotionally. So this is definitely a week of victory for you, Pisces. However, it may not feel that way if you focus on seeing things from the world is ending, you know what I mean? And even if things are, in fact, very difficult at times in the collective, and we are part of this earth, we are part of this human experience alongside our fellow humans, it doesn't necessarily have to be experienced by you. If you're there and the situation is happening to you, then you're meant to live that situation. That's why you're there. That's why it happened to you. But if you're not directly there, that means that you're probably, needing to be somewhere else, learning something different, right? Otherwise, you would be there in the whole mayhem. So let's not insert ourselves into every problem that we see around us, because that will make you think that your life is not going as well and trick you into not enjoying what is actually an incredibly positive, very, very magical week, you guys. I'm happy. I'm excited. This is gonna be great. Don't worry if you don't have the answers right now. They will show up, they will appear, and so fast. Today, you guys have homework, like literally. You guys have to set an intention today for what you want. I like to send homeworks to the people I do therapies with, I love to send homeworks to the people that I mentor, because ultimately, the therapist, the tarot reader, no one can do the work for you. The work has to be done by you, right? And this week, what I'm getting is that if you do set an intention of what you want and ask the divine for what you want in whatever way works for you, it's gonna respond quite accurately and quite quickly. So that's my advice, okay? That's my advice. You guys, I'm still getting used to not having my assistant work with me. It's been kind of all right so far, but now the email situation is getting a little bit out of hand. So I may take a while, like answering the emails. For those of you who have not received your personalized readings or received answers, okay, I just see certain emails. They were kind of like in a folder, like apart from the normal inbox, which was very confusing for me at first, and I didn't get any notification or anything like that. So if you haven't heard from me, I will be, taking care of that. If you have not received your personalized readings or links that you have asked for, don't worry about it. They are on their way today. And my apologies, and thank you guys for your understanding. It really makes a difference. For those of you who have offered your help and would love to maybe work as my assistant, thank you so much Thank you so much, and I will get back to you. I have no idea what I need help with, so I need to figure that out first because I'm changing the structure quite a bit to fit my well being and my peace of mind. You know, before this past, I would say 2 years, I didn't really have that much of a life outside of work. So I would just devote myself to work completely, and it was fine. No consequences, no desire to be anywhere else. But now I am in a relationship, for those of you who don't know, and I'm very happy, and I want to do things, and I want to travel, and I want to live. So my whole thing is going to change, it's going to shift. And as I decide what I want to do, until I know I don't know, so bear with me. And I'll be letting you guys, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay? I love you all so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead, you guys. It is within your power. Give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to focus on all the good. Don't feel selfish, okay? You have permission to sort of like look the other way with certain things in your life. You're not kinder or better for suffering, okay? Keep that in mind this week. All right. I love you. Bye.